Will Tavares opened up the Cheltenham Festival with 100, his third in the LV County Championship in his maiden season, as he and the in-form Will Gidman turned the first day of this match with Derbyshire Gloucestershire's way. The returning Michael Klinger won the toss and decided to have a bat at a ground where, over the years, plenty have scored runs. Klinger, though, wasn't one of them, as he was well held by Billy Godelman at extra cover off Mark Footit. Footit and Tony Palladino both impressed with the new ball in their hands, and batting was not that easy on a slow pitch at this gorgeous college ground. David Wainwright was on as early as the 13th over. Alex Gidman scratched around for his 10 runs in 47 minutes, and he fell when he edged Tom Taylor to Wes Durston, who held on well in the slips. The scoring rate was picked up by Hamish Marshall. Like all Gloucestershire players, the prospect of playing at the festival fills them with joy. It is a wonderful place to play cricket, although over the last few years it's been a ground enjoyed more by visiting teams than it has been by the hosts. Marshall was trying to turn a difficult start into a better one by playing positively, producing some rather unusual shots at times. This one told you all you needed to know about the speed of this surface. For Tavares, this was a first trip with the county to Cheltenham, and he thoroughly enjoyed his day. He's made a terrific start to his career with a number of excellent innings this year, and this was just the latest of them. He'd battled really hard to get to 31 at lunch, made out of his side's 77 for 2. 23 more runs were added in the afternoon before Marshall, on 45, chose the wrong ball from Palladino to pad up to. He was soon followed back to the pavilion by Ian Cobain, who'd made only 5 when he was also LBW to a nip backer from Palladino. That left Gloucestershire in a bit of trouble on 118 for 4, but Derbyshire were then made to wait for a very long time for their next success. Tavares' first 50 was a very patient one, using up 133 balls, from which he'd found the boundary on 6 occasions. He started to pick up the pace of his innings after raising his bat, although he was gifted some boundaries by Wainwright, who was not at his best. Indeed, after impressing in the morning, the visiting attack let things slip a bit in the afternoon. Will Gidman came into this match on the back of a brilliant 100 against Hampshire at the Ageas Bowl last week, and he simply continued where he'd left off in Southampton. Yet again, he showed off his skills in what has been another excellent season with both bat and ball for the all-rounder. Tavares moved on to 89 with this pulled 6 off Wainwright, who was getting through plenty of overs without ever really threatening. And another half-tracker from the spinner allowed Tavares to pull a second maximum to bring up his 3rd ton of the summer. He'd got there off 202 deliveries and had now struck 2 6s and 11 4s. That 6 also brought up his size 200 in the 67th over. Tavares had certainly made the most of his hard work earlier. Indeed, batting was a good deal easier now, the ball sometimes sitting up and asking to be hit. Gidman rarely missed out on such deliveries as he approached another 50. He's a man at the top of his game right now, but one who continues to get little recognition for his talents, except of course locally. A beautifully timed shot off Alex Hughes brought the left-hander his 7th 4 to take him to his half-century off his 94th delivery. He and his partner had now advanced their partnership to a 3-figure one, and they were still going along strongly in the evening session, the runs now coming at a good lick. It wasn't all plain sailing, however. This shot went right through Taylor at mid-wicket, while here an edge off Taylor flew just wide of the slip cordon. At times Gidman looked as if he was batting with hot coals in his boots. But for the majority he looked impressive, with some good shots to all parts of the ground to please what is always a generous crowd in the heart of the Cotswolds. Tavares meanwhile looked as if he was going to bat right through this opening day, as he and his partner took their stand to 175 in 45 overs together. But Derbyshire were buoyed by 2 wickets late in the day. Having made a brilliant 135, Tavares nicked a good one from Taylor behind. And the same young bowler then removed Benny Howell, who chopped on after making 4. But Gidman survived until the close and will look to make his second 100 in 2 innings on the second morning. He'll go again on 88, made out of his side's 304 for 6. Those 2 late wickets just balancing this contest up a bit.